right now we're doing, preseason report cards. So next up on the list is Liverpool. Zach, what grade would you give Liverpool this preseason?
Um, Give them a B minus. I think they addressed most things, but they're still lacking to address their defensive issues. So they added McAllister and Dominic Zoboslai in the midfield. I think that definitely gives their midfield the boost it needs,
Mhm.
offensive wise. But they still need a defensive midfielder. I think. I don't think Bizetic is gonna be enough this season. And um, they have Bizetic, Harvey Elliott, and Chris
Seattle.
Jones. Those aren't defensive. The most defensive midfielder of those players is Bizetic, which
Do they still have Fabino? I think so.
sure.
Is there a CDM? I think he is.
Know if he's this or that. Even if they did say that, if you're a Liverpool fan, would you be comfortable with Fabinho starting?
Definitely not. I mean,
So
that's why. I guess that's why they're bidding for guys like Lavia and now
no, no.
Caicedo.
Yeah.
So
So I think they handled most issues that they needed, but they still need. Man, I'd say they still need a right back, like a solid right back besides Trent,
yep,
and they still need another center back
yep.
besides Konate. So yeah,
Couldn't tell
because
you
if
what their who their left
if,
back is.
if Konate doesn't play, like they leak goals like crazy.
Well, yeah. Anything else before I go?
No, B minus is pretty
B
much
minus.
yeah.
Honestly, I can't give them. It has to be somewhere around a C minus, because while they have strengthened in midfield, they still like their biggest issue is defense. Like they've signed like CMs. They need CDMs. They need a right back. They need another defender. I couldn't tell you who their left back is to save my life.
No,
So it's like, hmm?
Andrew Robertson.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
He's
I
a
don't
good
know.
left back. I think Timmy Cuss is just fine, but they need like a legit backup. They lost James Milner, so like
And they lost
who's
their captain, Henderson.
Henderson, but like I said midfield they've mostly addressed it. I mean, I still like I said, like we both still think they need one more CDM, but we know their defense is they at least need one center back and one right back. So that's three players that I still think that they really need to make top four. Like I don't think they're a top four team right now.
Definitely not. McAllister and I can't pronounce his name, Zablaza. They're not-
Zoboslai. No,
what you
Zoboslai.
said,
Zoboslai,
Subasly.
a talented player. He's crazy gifted offensively. He can shoot with both feet. Crazy free kicks, all from all over the place. Crazy talented. I just don't think he's an eight. I think he's more like Kai Havertz, like a false nine, like a
A
center attacking
CM.
mid slash false nine. Yeah, I don't think he can
Oh,
play eight.
so they have not addressed their defensive issues at all.
Not really, no. But I give him a B minus because those score goals. I mean, that's a good thing. They'll score a lot of goals, but they're going to be winning games like 3-2, 4-3, 4-2, 5-3. It's not going to be.
It's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable. Definitely not. Um, that's why I said B minus because they got some crazy talent on that team offensively, but defensively, I don't see it. So
I don't know though, because I have to give them like a C minus because their offense has improved, but they still have the same issues they had. They like okay, the offense they had last year was good enough, but the
Well, they've
main
addressed
issue is the
midfield issues.
defense.
They've addressed the because
Mhm.
remember that their midfield was woeful. So they've beefed up the offense and they've made their midfield service like more than serviceable actually because that's a good midfield. It's just with the lack in defense, I don't think they can make top four. But their midfield is more than serviceable. You know,
Well,
it's just
it's not
it's
complete without
see it again. Yeah,
yeah, it's not complete. So it's like yeah, Liverpool. You should have like I feel like they're doing this whole thing backwards. They should have started from defense and moved forward because that
yep.
was where they really need the help. And you know, I looked at their preseason games. Like they did really well. Won all, lost one, and drew one against. They lost against Bayern and drew against like Celtic, like 4-4. So it's
No,
like
no, it wasn't Celtic. It was a fourth place Bundesliga team.
really, really.
Yes. 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 It was not
Okay,
Celtic.
I saw a green clover like thing, and oh, that has to
I
be
know.
Celtic.
It was Bundesliga.
Hibernian. I don't
Yeah.
even know.
Fourth
Yeah,
place Bundesliga team, man.
that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Well, the performances were good. Like, I mean, I didn't watch them, but on
No, they've
paper,
been scoring. They've been scoring goals like
yeah,
crazy. But
yeah.
that's why like I just give
Against
them
Premier League teams, it's
because they've been scoring. If you can score goals, you're going to give yourself a chance. But top four is going to be hard if you can't defend. Like if you can score goals, you're going to be top seven. Like you're going to be top seven. It's because scoring goals in this league is one of the hardest things to do. And if you can do that at a high clip, even with a bad defense, you're going to be top seven. But it's top four. Do they want to be top seven or do they want top four? I mean, you can't have both things.
but it's like looking at they didn't play any Premier League teams in preseason, so it's like can they keep up their production against actual non-farmers teams that ball and can also score goals? I don't. I think it will be pretty much the same
They'll
as
be able
last
to
season.
score goals in against like some teams, but solid teams they'll struggle.
Yeah,
Like they're what I mean struggle is I'm not saying they won't be able to score against those teams, but they'll be taking the ball out of the back of their own net. That's what I'm saying. Because any good
yeah,
counter-attacking team, look at Chelsea, for example, who finished below 10th, and now we're devastating on the counter. Brighton, Newcastle, all these teams are devastating on the counter. And if you can't if you can't defend very well, you're going to struggle to win games. You're not going to struggle to score goals because they have all kinds of goal scorers. They're going to struggle to win games. That's yeah.
yeah. It's like they have no problem scoring. It's just keeping the score line in their favor for long is. And if they concede first, or they concede two,
Yeah,
now that team gets to sit deep and absorb all the pressure and hit them on the counter, which is surprisingly easy to do.
very easy. Like it's so easy.
Corners, free kick routines, like they haven't
Like
solved that problem.
it was like
So
Bayern scored whenever they wanted to.
yeah,
It's like Bayern was like, "Oh, we need to score now. All right, let's go score." Oh, they
yeah,
scored. Okay, let's go.
and score again.
It was just like what? Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't. That's not sustainable. I mean, I'm not saying Bayern has great defense or whatever, but Bayern isn't that good a scoring team like that. Like I mean, it's Bayern, but like it's not like they have Lewandowski, like they have strikers all over the place that is scoring goals left and right. They're a solid scoring team, but like if you're taking the ball out of the net against Bayern, what's Man City going to do? What's my God?
Oof.
Yeah,